DOGS Airdrop has been the biggest airdrop in a long time, and in today's video we're going to be talking all about it, how you could potentially get involved if you missed it, if you qualified, and what could be coming next during the month of September. Now, we know that the tap to earn hype, especially on the TON chain, is looking very promising, especially over these next few weeks. So we're going to talk about a few projects that you can get involved in to catch the next airdrop. Now, if you do enjoy this video, please do drop a like and subscribe. Plenty more content like this coming during the month of September. But without wasting any more time, let's get into it. So we're going to start by talking a little bit about the TON ecosystem. Now, some of you may remember a couple of months back, I did a price prediction video on the layer 1 itself, and one of my biggest concerns was there not being enough activity on the chain, not enough notable projects being launched. Now, if we have a look on CoinGecko, this still is the case to an extent, but we can see that DOGS comes straight in as the fourth biggest project on CoinGecko when it comes to the TON ecosystem. Now, one thing that is safe to say is that the launch of DOGS and the timely arrest of Pavel Durov has actually seen a big spark on the chain. And if we have a look at this tweet here from Into the Block, we can see that the blockchain actually processed over 46 million transactions last week, driven by the excitement around the DOGS airdrop. Now, one thing that did come along with that, of course, is that the TON blockchain actually did see an outage because of the airdrop, because of the amount of activity on the chain. And we can see here that the block production was halted for several hours on August 28th, not even 48 hours after the launch of DOGS. Now, obviously this isn't a great look, but it is actually bullish, because that means people are actually using the chain, and for them to have an outage due to too many transactions is overall a net good thing, as long as it doesn't continue to happen time and time again. So that would actually suggest that there is an opportunity here and a big advantage for the TON chain moving forward. So what actually is DOGS? Now, DOGS is a meme coin on the TON network, and it also taps into that tap to earn narrative. This is all around Telegram mini games, mini apps, and being able to get involved through Telegram and making it very simple for the onboarding process. Now, if we have a look on CoinGecko here, we can see that DOGS only launched a couple of days back. Prices dropped off a little bit more recently, probably people selling their airdrop, but the market cap does hold up at around 570 million, which is definitely very respectable. Now, if we continue to go over to KuCoin's article here, this is all around the airdrop article, giving you all of the information that you need to know. So what is DOGS Telegram bot? I mean, this is a Telegram mini app that launched in July of 2024. What's very impressive is that the user base has already reached over 16 million people, with 6 million verified users already claiming their tokens from the airdrop. In fact, DOGS reached 10 million users within just 3 days of its launch. So there was obviously a lot of hype early around this, and if you was early enough, then rewards are going to be even more impressive. But everybody is actually eligible, and we'll get into that in a moment. So if we scroll down, we can actually see that DOGS has captured the attention in the meme coin space because it has a staggering 81.5% of the total DOGS supply reserved for the community, with 73% already being earned by the Telegram OGs. So what's interesting here is there is actually some basic tokenomics in place for DOGS. Usually, you know, meme coins are just fair launch, 100% at TG, and that's the end of it. But here, you've got 81.5%, as we just mentioned, for the community, 10% reserved for the team with a 12-month vest. Now, I'm not sure how I feel about this, in all honesty. I don't really feel like teams, especially in meme coins, should really reserve tokens for themselves. But at the same time, you know, it is, you know, this whole tap to earn narrative as well. There's work that is done behind the scenes. So people would argue that, but I probably would prefer not to see this. And then 8.5% for liquidity, which is understandable when you actually have a look at some of the centralized exchanges that it is listed on. So if we go to markets, we can see Binance, Gate, BitGet, we can see OKX and Bybit as well. So they've got some big names when it comes to the centralized exchange side of things. So if we continue to scroll down the article, why participate? You know, it gives you the usual kind of answers, but what's interesting is how to be eligible, and this is what most people will be interested in. So all you need to do is basically have a Telegram account. The amount of tokens that you receive will depend on a number of factors, such as the age of that Telegram account, your activity level, whether you have Telegram premium subscription, and early adopters and long-term Telegram users will receive more DOGS tokens. So of course, being involved early, actually playing in the tap to earn game itself is going to be a big way of earning tokens, but it isn't just limited to these people. So what you'll be able to do is have a look if you're actually eligible. It's very, very simple. You'll be able to just simply follow these steps here. So you visit the DOGS Telegram bot, you chat with the bot, it will tell you the amount of tokens that you're eligible for, and then you can connect a wallet. Now, if you want to go through a centralized exchange, you will have to KYC. Otherwise, you can create a native on-chain ton wallet, and that way you'll be able to claim your tokens. Now, where is the Telegram bot to get in? Now, of course, you have to be careful of scam links, but if we go back again to CoinGecko, it's verified. We can see here under website, there is t.me, and this will take you to the official account just to make sure that you don't get caught out by any scams. Now, at this point, you may be thinking that you're too late to DOGS. You may get a small airdrop from being a Telegram user, but you can't actually farm the mini app. It's been and gone. So where are the next opportunities? Now, if this tap to earn narrative is to continue growing throughout the month of September, there are a number of different projects that you can start farming and get involved in straight away. Now, we're going to start with the biggest one. This is Hamster Kombat, and we can see here from this article that it is expected to launch on September 26th. So there's still, at the time of recording, of course, a few weeks until the launch of this token. Now, it was actually originally scheduled to launch in late July, but it was delayed, actually delayed twice. I can probably see why. In terms of market conditions, they were probably waiting for more favorable times, and now of course things are looking much better, not specifically for the overall market, but with the hype and narrative around tap to earn. Of course, like we mentioned, you've seen the arrest of the CEO, you've seen DOGS be pretty successful, so they're probably thinking now's the time to actually launch. Now, this is actually dubbed to be the biggest Telegram game, tap to earn game that actually is around, bigger than DOGS. And we can see here that when they announced that they was going to delay the launch, the active follower count actually dropped from 155 million, almost halving, to 87 million, but the numbers there are actually pretty staggering, so it's expected to be pretty big in the grand scheme of things. Now, to back that up, we've got a report here from the Ton report, and the actual article here suggests that DOGS Airdrop tested the Ton blockchain, it tested its limits, it caused it to go down, but could Hamster actually break it? And that's very interesting to hear, and it will be very interesting to see how that plays out. And we'll very quickly cover some other tap to earn games that you can start farming and getting involved in. Now, I won't go into too much detail today because I'm wary of the length of this video, but if you subscribe to the channel, like I mentioned, there will be more content surrounding the tap to earn narrative, the tap to earn hype, and I'll cover this stuff in a lot more detail. But we're going to start with Market Airdrop, which is the tomato token, and it's actually scheduled to launch today. So again, you may feel this one is a little bit late, but it'll be very interesting to follow just to see if the hype and the narrative can continue after the launch of DOGS. Now, we can see here from this article that it has surpassed 12 million all-time users, with significant increases from just 5.6 million daily active users recently. So that again suggests that this narrative is picking up steam. The next one is Blum. Now, Blum is an interesting one because if we scroll down here, we can actually see that it is a hybrid crypto exchange that also has its own gaming mini app on Telegram. So I'm actually quite interested to see how this one plays out, and it's definitely one to do a bit more research in. We'll cover this again in a bit more detail in a future video. And then what's interesting as well is this article here from BitGet. Now, I'll leave a link in the description for this, but it's basically top 5 Telegram tap to earn games in 2024. Now, this was launched at the beginning of August, so again, you might feel late, but it isn't too late for all of them. Top of the list is Hamster Kombat. Then if we scroll down, you've got Catism, which is the token Catty. Further down, you've got To Market, which we've just mentioned. You've got Blum, which we've just mentioned. And then if we scroll down, you've also got DOGS, which of course now has already launched. So these were the big ones on the radar in early August, but I do suspect that as time goes on, as we surpass through the month of September, we're going to see more games pop up and more games that are actually underfarmed because they haven't quite got the attention yet that these big ones already have. And one little bonus tip that I'm going to give you here is if you don't want to farm these kind of popular, saturated tap to earn airdrops, you may be looking for the gems, and one of the easiest ways to do this is just by simply going onto Twitter and searching for DOGS Airdrop or Hamster Kombat Airdrop, because a lot of these smaller projects that are trying to gain traction are going to utilize these tags because they know a lot of people will be searching for them. So just searching DOGS Airdrop on Twitter or X, and you'll find a bunch of different articles, different projects that are being shilled so people can catch them. Now, of course, don't just connect your wallet and ape into all of them blindly, but do your research, go away, dig deeper into it, have a look in the Telegram, see what's up, see what's going on, and then you can make some decisions and see if you can find them early gems before everybody else does. So that is pretty much it for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed it, hopefully it was useful. If it was, please don't forget to drop a like and subscribe. But one thing I'm going to say before wrapping this one up is this is more of an introduction to the world of the tap to earn narrative. I do think this could pick up and be the equivalent of what we've seen in December, January, February this year when it came to airdrops in general. This could be the new meta, the new alpha, the new hype, and it's something that I wouldn't fade just because of the low barrier to entry. A lot of these Telegram groups are very easy to join, very easy to use, and you know, they're free at the end of the day. It just costs you your time, so it's worth just getting involved, and you never know, you may end up landing a pretty decent airdrop. So like I said, this is just the introduction, and there will be more content like this, looking at gems, looking at other opportunities in much more detail. In the meantime, please don't forget to trade safe, invest safe, airdrop farm safe, and I'll catch you in the next one.